He has no idea that he has killed the British High Commissioner, Sir Henry Gurney. As the news spreads, the British are in shock.
The head of the British colonial government had been killed by the communists. You know, my God, it would shake anybody up.
After Gurney's murder, the morale slumped among the local population as well as the British.
Oh, we are very sad. The whole country was shocked.
大家很高兴哦，你大的没有了，那个小的都没有作用了，那个大的指挥都不灵，小的都指挥不到。
As the communists rejoice, the British war on terror faces its worst crisis yet. Malaya, 1951. The British High Commissioner Sir Henry Gurney has been assassinated. That year alone has seen over 6,000 attacks, and civilian casualties have risen to over 1,800. Harold Briggs, architect of the Briggs Plan, leaves Malaya ill and disillusioned. The war on communist terror is in crisis. But the British cannot afford to lose face. They must hunt down Gurney's assassins and bring them to justice. Attention immediately focuses on the Chinese town of Truss, just 30 kilometers from Fraser's Hill, where Gurney was killed. Truss already has a bad reputation. Many skirmishes have been fought with communists in the town or nearby.
You always felt that Truss was hostile. It struck me that not only the men and women, but even the children, even the dogs, looked at me in a hostile way when I went through Truss.
Then, British police intercept a communist courier with a cache of letters. They turn out to be messages sent to Truss residents by the gang that killed Gurney. It looks like the smoking gun. So a decision is made to punish Truss. All 2,000 inhabitants will be moved to a detention camp. British security forces descend on the town.
乱的是很乱啊，但是你也不可以不离开嘛，不离开他就抓你了咯。啊，如果你是硬劲不走啊，他可以帮枪打我们咯。
早一兩日有同我哋講咗嘅，要將我哋再去怡保嗰邊嘅，即係講我哋要出嘅時候，只係你可以拎得幾多嘢，你就可以拎咯，唔可以再翻頭嚟攞咯。
The people of Truss will not return to their homes for 7 long years. The punishment of Truss is a turning point. It signals a new, more aggressive phase of the British war on terror. The driving force is the new British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill. He understands that the Malayan crisis is a key front in the global struggle against communism. Churchill demands a ruthless response and warns what happens in Malaya will have a profound influence on the rest of the world. A replacement must be found for Gurney, and the new High Commissioner must possess the talent and resolution to smash the communist threat once and for all. Churchill appoints a tough-minded veteran of the Second World War, Sir Gerald Templar.
He thought that I was the right person for the job. In a way, he'd take a chance on me. And that he wanted me to sort the business as quick as possible.
Templar has no previous Asian experience, but he is widely admired as an original strategic thinker, a human dynamo with a fondness for ripe language. Churchill fuses the role of High Commissioner and Director of Operations, giving Templar decisive new powers, the right tools for a hard job. He will be the Supremo, a virtual dictator.
He was a man who controlled everything. He was a generalissimo dictator, and he knew his part and played it very well.
Templar knows that force will not be enough to beat the communist. He must win Malayan hearts and minds, a phrase made famous during the emergency.
In Malaya, General Templar ensured there was this top-down strategic coordination. Everyone had to sing from the same song sheet. The song sheet title was "Government is Your Friend."
Templar's skills as a political soldier will prove vital, for he has been given another brief: to prepare Malaya for self-governance.
Britain was prepared to give Malaya self-government within a few years' time. So Templar's role was to create the conditions for self-government, setting into foundation a structure that would eventually lead to the formation of strong Malayan political parties.
But first, Chin Peng's communists must be defeated, and Templar's mettle is tested just weeks after his arrival. On the 24th of March 1952, a British repair party arrives at Tanjung Malim to mend a water pipeline sabotaged by communist terrorists. The repair party is accompanied by 15 policemen. No one expects any trouble. But a trap has been set, as a policeman recalls.
Air tak ada Malin semua. Kata orang baik tu bocah kami ni. Terpaksalah pergi pula nak tengok rantau mana yang bocah baik tu. Lepas baru jalan, bom ditanam ke kanan. Panjang tanam bom tu. Bila orang tu masuk dalam perangkap tu baru ditembak. Bila tembakan macam mana nak melawan. Melumpat ke sini, melumpat ni bom. Habis pawit mi kalau nengok tak boleh cakap lah.
有很多保安队伍被打死了，尸体运出来放在回教堂。
The communist ambush kills 14 men and wounds 8. Only one man escapes. Templar decides to show what he is made of. He will crack down hard. He arrives in Tanjung Malim and orders 350 Malay Chinese. He announces a curfew and food rationing. The rice ration is cut to less than half. He says, "It doesn't amuse me to punish innocent people, but many of you are not innocent. You have information which you are too cowardly to give."
The curfew was 22 hours. The people can only go out between 12 and 2. It was a very drastic measure.
戒严的时候，丹永马林的居民呢，相当困难。
Kerja tak boleh, ke mana pun tak boleh. Begitulah undang-undang Templar.
2 weeks later, Templar orders Stage 2. The British distribute leaflets demanding information about local communists. Every adult must complete a form detailing everything they know. The completed, unsigned documents are collected in sealed boxes and sent directly to Templar's headquarters. For the new High Commissioner, the results are most gratifying. A rich trove of information spills from the open boxes. A few days later, the police return. 40 arrests are made. Tanjung Malim has been well and truly purged. Templar's decisive action galvanizes the war on terror. Soon the new High Commissioner is everywhere, talking, listening, and above all, taking action.
He made it a point to go around visiting villages, estates, in a fully armed motorcade. He was engaged in a political campaign to win hearts and minds of the people, to assure them the governance worked on the ground.
Templar's new shape-up or ship-out strategy spares no one.
He started, to our great pleasure, getting hold of people who were not playing their part in the emergency. They suddenly disappeared overnight, and after about 3 months we suddenly realized he'd cleaned the place up. It was absolutely marvelous. Morale came back, and he became our leader in fact as well as position.
Templar electrified the administration, and he projected confidence as somebody who was a no-nonsense guy. A lot of people were terrified of him.
But Templar's Hearts and Minds campaign will remain empty rhetoric unless there is political reform. The reason is that more than 1 million Chinese